November 30th meeting of the Lowell License Commission. Secretary Pires, was the meeting posted?
It was.
Roll call, please.
Commission Chair Dakota.
Here.
Commissioner Krieger.
Here.
Commissioner Howell.
Here.
Commissioner Mercier.
Here.
Commissioner Tang is absent. 4 present, 1 absent. 0th is the acceptance of the November 9th, 2023 minutes.
I wasn't here.
Move approval.
Move for approval by Commissioner Howell, seconded by Commissioner Krieger. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 1 in the agenda, please.
Ratification of an application by Andrew Matteo for a special one-day license to sell, dispense malt beverages and wines for a baptism held on Sunday, November 26th.
John, I'm sorry. John, I
Yep.
apologize. Was there a request to take something out of order?
Very good. Okay, number 8.
It's motion by Commissioner Krieger to take number 8 out of order, seconded by Commissioner Mercier. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Number 8, please.
Violation hearing regarding allegations of misconduct charged against Boston Tonight LLC doing business as Trend, 15 and 19 to 25 Merrimack Street. Lawrence Kritikos, license manager, all alcoholic beverages restaurant licensee. Allegations of misconduct occurred October 13th and 14th, 2023, regarding compliance with all laws and regulations.
Good evening. State your name for the record.
Good evening, Commissioners. Attorney Amanda Flores on behalf of Boston Tonight of Gallagher and Kavanaugh.
How are you tonight, Ms. Flores? I
sorry?
said, how are you tonight?
I'm doing well. How are you?
So I hear we have a little problem here.
Yes. So, first of all, we respect the Commissioner's time and also any witnesses that were planning to be present today. My client had called me this morning notifying me that he had tested positive for COVID. I had planned still to come in person and that he would attend via Zoom. By my phone call with him in the afternoon, he was incoherent. I could not even speak with him because he was coughing so much, and I advised, that you really need to go see a physician. So he did set up an appointment and he did see a doctor. I don't think it would be appropriate for him in his current mental state to participate in today's hearing and certainly hear the things that he should be hearing from the commission. So I respectfully request a continuance.
Okay, that'll be fine. We'll have a vote, but it will be for the next scheduled meeting, November
course, I believe-
14th.
yes.
So I want to make sure that he's present.
Yes.
All right, for that meeting, all right?
Yes.
Motion by Commissioner Krieger to reschedule the hearing to November 14th. December 14th, thank you, Commissioner Howe. Seconded by Commissioner Howe. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Counselor, you're all set.
Thank you.
Thank you. And back to number 1, John. Thank you.
Ratification of an application by Andrew Matteo for a special one-day license to sell, dispense malt beverages and wines for a baptism held on Sunday, November 26, 2023, from 2 to 7 p.m. at the Holy Trinity Greek Orthodox Church, 62 Lewis Street. Andrew is joining us on Zoom.
Good evening, Andrew.
Good evening.
How are you tonight?
Good, thank you. How about you all?
You're echoing a little bit, Andrew, if you could. Why don't you say something now?
Let me see. How about now?
Much better, thank you.
Okay.
All right, tell us about your event, Andrew.
It was a baptism, and after the baptism, we went to the church hall to have a meal and celebrate.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to ratify this tonight. I would ask you in the future to make sure that everything is in on time. All applications are given to Mr. Pires on time, okay? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 2 on the agenda, please.
Application by Ellen Casaza for a special one-day license to sell, dispense malt beverages and wines for the Corrupted Landscapes Artist Reception on Saturday, December 2nd, 2023, from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. I'm sorry, that's 8:30 p.m. at Curation 250 Jackson Street.
Good evening. State your name for the record.
Ellen Kazaza?
How are you, Ellen?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, just speak a little bit louder into the...
Sorry.
Perfect, even
I got a
better.
little
That's great.
careful.
Why don't you tell us about your event?
It's a reception for Jessica Hess, an artist from Oakland, California. She'll be showcasing her solo show. Same as
Okay.
usual.
How many people are planning on?
50 to 100 over the course of the night.
Okay.
And it's till 7:30 for the application, not 8:30.
Okay, and you have a certified bartender on?
Yes.
All right. Questions or comments for the applicant?
Move approval.
Move for approval by Commissioner House, seconded by Commissioner Mercia. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ellen, you're all set. Good luck with your event, all right?
Thank you so much.
All right.
Application by Amanda Itinge for a special one-day license to sell, dispense wines and malt beverages only for a New England Veterans Christmas party on Saturday, December 9th, 2023, from 7 p.m. to 1:30 a.m. at the Hellenic Center, 41 Broadway Street. Amanda is joining us on Zoom.
Hi, Amanda.
Hello.
Amanda, I miss
Hi.
you. I miss you. How are you?
I'm good. I meet you too. You see me on Monday.
We need more applicants like this. We just do. All right, tell us about your event.
So we're having an end of year ball, masquerade ball at the Hellenic Center again. This time it's organized by the New England Veterans Soccer Club. I'm hoping some of you can join that team to play soccer. Again, just an evening of fun. That's it. Nothing much.
All right, how many people?
We're probably like 150 to 200.
And you're all setting your bartenders? Yeah?
Yep.
Captain Peasley, no problems ever with
No,
Amanda?
they run a good ship over there.
Very good, Amanda. Always good seeing you. Motion on the floor by Commissioner
Same
Mercia.
here.
Seconded by Commissioner Howe. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Amanda, take care of yourself, hon.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, bye.
Application by Brendalis Cabrera for a special one-day license to sell, dispense wines and malt beverages only for a Parandon Naviendo Christmas party on Saturday, December 2nd, 2023, from 5 p.m. to midnight at the Hellenic Center, 41 Broadway Street.
Good evening. State your name for the record.
Good evening. My name is Brenda Lise Cabrera.
Okay. Brenda Lisa, why don't you tell us about your event?
Our event will be hopefully this Saturday, December 2nd. It is Christmas festivity, mostly celebrated in Puerto Rico. There'll be all kinds of generations, celebrations, awards. There will be drinks. There will be food catered.
Sounds fun.
We will have a tree that will have, we do have sponsorships, and also we'll be having gifts for children. And hopefully with the sponsors that we receive, we'll be giving sponsorship, not sponsorships, but yes, sponsorships to the youth.
Very well.
Sorry, I'm nervous. I don't really do this much.
No, you're doing fine. Don't worry. How many people planning on coming to your event?
Approximately, we're thinking about 300, but right now we're just under 200, I believe.
Okay, so if you do have that over 200 crowd, yeah, it's a pretty big crowd, all right? How many bartenders are you planning on having?
We have 3 right now.
All tip certified?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Obviously, if you start getting to, I'm not sure what the capacity is at the Hellenic, Captain.
From what I was at, I'm sorry.
I think it's 300, right?
I believe so. We've checked with the fire department before.
Okay,
I believe
that's
it's
great.
capped at
All right.
3.
So if you do get to that point and you need some help, give them a call, you know?
Absolutely.
All
I
right,
appreciate
not a
that.
problem. All right?
you.
All right, any questions or comments for Brenda Lise?
Move approval.
Move for approval by Commissioner Howe, seconded by Commissioner Krieger. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Good luck with your event.
Much. Thank you so much.
Very
Have a
good.
good evening.
Applications by Scott Godet for 2 special one-day licenses to sell, dispense wines and malt beverages only for events on December 2nd and 3rd from 6 to 11 p.m. at Mill Number 5, 250 Jackson Street.
Good evening. State your name for the record.
Good evening, Scott Godet.
How are you, Scott?
Good, how are you?
Doing all right? What's going on over here? What are you doing?
So we're doing a holiday-themed play, 3 plays with some art in the mix of each play.
Very good.
It'll be a 2-day event.
Something new for over there, huh?
Yeah, something different.
Yeah, how many people you think you're going to have coming in?
Estimating about 50, max 50 to 75, something in that range.
One bartender, two?
Yep.
Certified, tip
Yep.
certified? All right, very good. Questions or comments to Scott?
Move approval.
Second.
Move for approval by Commissioner Krieger, seconded by Commissioner Howe. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And any opposed, the motion carries. Scott, good luck with your events.
Thank you.
You bet.
Application by Joel Mungin for a special one-day license to sell, dispense wines and malt beverages only for a holiday concert on Saturday, December 16th, 2023, from 6 to 11 p.m. at Mill Number 5, 250 Jackson Street.
Good evening. State your name for the record.
Joel Mungin?
Joel, you're here every other week here, buddy. I see you all the time.
I know, regular.
Things are going pretty well, right?
Things are going great, yeah.
Yeah, Captain Peasley, no problems at all?
No, I actually checked before we came over that we haven't been called there at all for anything. So-
Really?
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Joel, seems like you're doing a very good job over there, and motion on the floor by Commissioner Mercia, seconded by Commissioner Howe. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Best of holidays to
Thank you
you.
very much, happy holidays.
You got it.
Public hearing for an application by Takio LLC, doing business as Bonchon Restaurant. Victor Vang, license manager, for transfer of an all-alcoholic beverages restaurant license for premises at 1075 Westford Street.
Good evening. State your name for the record.
Victor Bang.
How are you, Victor?
I'm good.
Good. So you want to be the new manager of record over at Bonchon?
I'm current now and going to be the new one as well.
Are you going to? Okay, all right, all right. Your food is excellent over there. It's very good. The hot is too hot, though, for me, but it's okay.
Okay, thank you.
Secretary Pires, all the paperwork in order.
It is.
Questions or comments for Mr. Vang?
I just want to thank you for coming in so many times, because I know that there's been certain instructions that were incorrect from the ABCC, so I appreciate your time.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
With that said, motion by Commissioner.
Public hearing.
Yep.
What is that, anyway? At this time, we'll open up the public hearing. Anybody speaking in opposition? In opposition? In opposition? That portion of the public hearing is closed. At this time, we'll open up the public hearing. Anybody speak in favor? In favor? In favor? Hearing no one, that portion of the public hearing is closed. Motion on the floor by Commissioner Howe, seconded by Commissioner Krieger to approve. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? You're all set.
Thank you.
All right.
you.
Take care.
Violation hearing regarding allegations of misconduct charged against MBOA Alliance LLC, doing business as Sahel Restaurant and Lounge, 135 Central Street. Peter Tamajong, license manager, all alcoholic beverages restaurant licensee. Allegations of misconduct occurred October 29th, 2023, regarding failure to comply with all laws and regulations, including legal hours of operation.
Good evening. State your name for the record.
My name is Peter Tamajon.
How are you,
Good evening.
Peter? How are you tonight?
I'm okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So we've all read the complaint, but I'm going to let Captain Peasley read the complaint so the public can hear it on TV and for public record, all right?
All right.
And then when he's finished, then I'll give you the floor, all right? You understand?
I understand, sir. Thank you.
Captain Peasley.
Thank you, Mr. Commissioner. Lowell Police Department respectfully requests that enforcement action be taken against Sahel Restaurant and Lounge for the violations that took place during the early morning hours of October 29, 2003, specifically Section 2.01 hours of operation, Section 2.03 entertainment hours, Section 2.14 limitations on service, and Section 1.06, which is compliance with all laws and regulations of the state of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Early Sunday morning on October 29, 2023, at approximately 3:45 a.m., Officers Poitras and Mon were dispatched to 135 Central Street, which is the Sahel Restaurant and Lounge. It is a licensed premise for what was described as a disturbance. It should be noted that Officer Poitras, who is present here today, was equipped with a Lowell Police body-worn camera, and this incident was captured completely on video. Upon arrival, the officers stated that they could hear loud music coming from their position across the street where they had parked their cruisers, and the music appeared to be coming from the Sahel Restaurant and Lounge. Upon further investigation, they noted that the first floor of the lounge was in darkness. However, they could hear clearly and see individuals in the basement of the club, and it was apparent to them that these individuals were acting in a manner that would indicate that the bar was still open. Again, it was 3:45 a.m. Music and laughter could be heard. At the time, a male also was observed to be walking up near the stairs, and Officer Poitras knocked on the door to get the man's attention. Upon speaking with this man, he identified himself as Emil Kamadev, and he informed the officers that he was the owner of the establishment. As Officer Poitras began his investigation into the possible illegal activities that were happening in Clearview, Officer Poitras asked Kamadev if there was anybody left in the bar, to which he stated no. He then contradicted himself and stated that they had employees in the bar who were downstairs counting money and closing. These misleading statements were a clear attempt to hinder and delay the officer's investigation and is in fact a criminal offense. He was not charged, however. The incident mentioned above is a violation of Section 1.06 reference above, which is Mass General Law, Chapter 138, Section 63A. As the two agents of the License Commission, Officer Poitras and Mon, were then escorted down to the lower level of the lounge to investigate the claims made by the owner that the people in the basement were just in fact employees who were counting money and closing. Upon arrival in the basement, however, Officer Poitras noted that there appeared to be approximately 25 people in this area. Music made by a DJ was playing, and alcoholic drinks were observed to be on tables and on the bar. He noted that a member of the bar staff was walking around with a tablet and appeared to be taking fresh drink orders. This activity, again, was captured on the officer's body-worn camera, and if need to be, the video could be shown to show people in the area that they were not, in fact, counting money or with closing, and they were, in fact, patrons still enjoying the music and alcohol that was being illegally furnished. At one point during this incident, one of the servers, who identified himself as Eliza Colon, approached Officer Poitras and asked the officer to give the bar a break this time because the staff didn't want to be mean and kick everybody out at 2 a.m. This statement, again captured on video, clearly shows that the bar and staff were fully aware that they were in fact breaking the law and operating outside of the license requirements. This incident is a violation of Section 2.01, hours of operation, Section 2.03, entertainment hours, and Section 2.14, limitations of service, referenced above. Officer Poitras and Mon then informed the patrons and owners of the lounge that they were operating outside of the license regulations, and the patrons were advised to leave. The officers then stood by until the premises was vacated. Police Department would like the Commission to be aware that the Sahel Lounge was brought in front of this board for a very similar incident and violations that occurred on February 26 of 2003. At that time, officers observed the lounge to be allowing patrons to enter and exit the licensed premise freely after hours. For the reasons stated above, the superintendent is respectfully requesting that the License Commission take the necessary enforcement action it deems necessary.
Thank you, Captain Peasley. You've listened to the complaint. Do you feel that Captain Peasley's, the officer's assessment is accurate?
It is accurate.
Okay.
Yes.
The floor is yours.
I must agree that on that day, we have a very slow day at Sahel. On that day, we had people from church and a few friends that had celebrating, and Amanda was.
Just speak up a little bit, okay?
On that day, we had a few friends and from church and other patrons from my country. So after the night, we sat downstairs and we were talking about a meeting, what we're going to have the following week and celebration. So in our mind, we stopped selling and we were just sitting there and we're talking, and we didn't even look at the time until when the police came. So in all honesty, it is true that when they came, there were people downstairs. I was sitting downstairs as well. We were just talking, and until when we have a wake-up call that, hey, the police upstairs, we're supposed to stop, and nobody's supposed to be in here. But our intention was not to be selling. We weren't selling alcohol anymore. The music was playing very, very low. Emil, the other manager, was upstairs closing all the tickets while we were downstairs just talking. So our intention wasn't really to break the law. We've been here, I think February, and we were asked not to do that. And for every weekend that we're there, we always close on time. Having events, we close on time. That day, on particular day, we were just sitting there talking, and obviously that's a violation of the law, and we do apologize for that, and we accept that that's something that we shouldn't do. And since that day, we make sure that at 1:15 every single time, everything is shut down, and we've been there before. I just know he was there as well. It's part of people that was managed on that day. We realized that actually we went above the time, but we were not selling drinks, and we just friends just talking and drinking.
You're the manager of record. And that gentleman is who?
He works with me at Sahel.
He works, is he the manager or?
We part of the owner. We together we
Okay.
make sure that things go well at Sahel.
Okay.
And we've been working so hard to keep the place. So sometimes a little mistake here and there, it's very costly. We're just being honest.
Well, I appreciate your candor. I do. I'm glad that you didn't have anything negatives to say about the complaint, though. But I want to read something to you, and I'm going back to the minutes from April 13th that I said to you, okay? And I said this directly to you. This is verbatim. But one thing, and I'm sure Commissioner Krieger and Commissioner Chan at the time agree with me, is that when we do give these licenses out to applicants, it is with the understanding that the applicant has a full understanding of the Lowell license regulations. It's very important, and it seems as if three of you didn't have a full comprehension of the rules at that time. That's what I said to you verbatim, and you had replied that this would never happen again, that you would have a full understanding of the rules and regulations of the Lowell License Commission. So that disappoints me, that the fact that you don't know the rules and the regulations of the Lowell License Commission. And if you did, you wouldn't have been drinking with downstairs at that time. I don't buy that we were just sitting there talking. As a businessman in this city, you said you close at 1:15 all the time. It was almost 3 hours later, you're still downstairs in the basement. And you said the manager was doing receipts, but there was a lady downstairs taking orders for drinks, per the complaint. Am I correct, Captain Pesci?
Yes, Mr. Commissioner, I'd also like to just clarify something, and I appreciate his candor for the most part, but we were called there for loud music, and Officer Poitras, who was here, could testify that they were actually parked across the street and could hear the music at 3:45 a.m. across the street. So if they were downstairs just talking, I think that's a little disingenuous because of the loud DJ playing.
So it just seems to me just a lack of, I hate to say respect, but it's a lack of respect to this commission that on April 13th, you told this commission that this was never going to happen again. And it did.
Mr. Commissioner, it could be anything but lack of respect will not be part of that. It's for you, we've been in front of you many times to.
And you know what? I appreciate, because you put a lot of effort into this. A lot of money that you had to do, put electrical in. I know what you did. But you're ready to throw it down the drain.
We're not.
Because that's where you're heading right now. This is the second time you've been in front of this commission for the same offense. So I'm not sure if you really understand how disrespectful this is to this commission, that you're in front of us again. We were stern enough that we told you the first time, and we held it in abeyance for you for 90 days. That was Commissioner Krieger's. Was 2 days held in abeyance for only 90 days because we knew this was maybe just a mistake on your end and it got by you. But I can't take this as a mistake or just we were talking and you didn't know the time. I don't buy the story. I'm sorry. I don't. I don't buy the story. I'm going to yield to the other commissioners for other comments. And then we'll go from there, okay? Commissioner Krieger.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm disappointed in this situation. Yeah. Some friends sitting around talking about the events, having a drink. Yeah, I can see that, but the fact is that we've been over this, and when we have not been strict here in Lowell in my time on the commission, things have gotten out of control. We had a terrible time with an establishment down on the main drag. We need to conform. And I have 5 sort of rules, one of which is you got to make a profit. Customers have to enjoy themselves. Neighbors should not be disturbed. Music, loud music at 3. It shouldn't cost the city a lot of money to police these things. And my last one is based on Roy Rogers' son. I don't want someone drinking themselves to death. So I'm disappointed.
Commissioner Howell.
I have questions. The police report said there were about 25 people at the establishment, and they saw that someone had a tablet and appeared to be taking drink orders. The 25 people there did they all have drinks?
Honestly, we were no more selling drinks. And our records could show that we were not selling drinks. We were closing tickets.
I know.
So at that time, I'm pretty sure that the server, some people did not pay, and she was trying to collect the money. But we were no more serving alcohol at all at that time.
And so the 25 people were there, and the music was loud, according to the police report.
So the music, honestly, I didn't want to really dispute that. Music was upstairs. Usually we have music upstairs, but the DJ that is downstairs already stopped. But the music was still upstairs. We usually leave music upstairs, even when we're closing, because the servers, they don't know how to turn the Bluetooth music. So usually we leave the music upstairs. Loud to a point where we have neighbors, it wasn't really loud. Again, music was on upstairs, but downstairs, our DJ was already closed. It was already had his stuff packed, and music was only upstairs, where there were no more customers upstairs.
So thank you for answering the questions. I'd like to speak to the police officer. Officer Poitras.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, please state your name.
Yep, it's Officer David Poitras, employed by Lowell Police Department.
Thank you for being here. Could you please describe, you saw approximately 25 people
That's correct.
in the basement?
Yep.
And what else, did you observe those people? Were they sitting at tables, and did they have drinks in front of them?
Yeah, so you actually come down the stairs. There was like a little red velvet rope up. He undid the rope, and right to the right side of there was probably about 4 couches and a table in the middle. That's where they were all seated down. Drinks were in hands. Drinks were definitely on the table. The DJ was, in fact, playing music. The second we went downstairs is when he started buttoning it up, closing down his station. There was a female behind the bar. And then that's when we ran into Eliza, who also was walking around with a tablet. I mean, it could have been collecting money, but it was definitely drinks still,
So of the 25 people, would you ask most of them had drinks?
That's correct.
Right. And the DJ was downstairs?
Yes,
And
he
the
was
music was downstairs?
Yeah, to the right of the bar.
Thank you.
Commissioner Mercia?
Yes, I just got a quick question. Well, there's 25 people that were downstairs in the bar. What time did they come into the bar that night?
They were there around midnight or so. Yeah.
About 9 o'clock? Is that what you said?
Midnight.
They came in at midnight?
Yes. Yes, sir.
So were you planning on having them there? When they came in at midnight, were you planning on having them there for 3-4 hours?
No.
Well, you closed at 1:30, so.
Yeah, they came in because we have another event. So they came from a meeting, and then they came to confirm what we're going to have. So they came, and then we're sitting there drinking and talking. And downstairs, we said, we're closing. So we closed the door. Nobody's coming in anymore. And then they sat there. We want to finish up with them, and then they will leave. And at the same time, we have all the people that are going to be part of the event, the servers that are going to come the following week, the bottle girls, and that's what we're doing. And they were all sitting on one table just talking. So there were literally no other customer coming in. They were just sitting there, all of us talking. And there were servers there trying to, those who bought the drinks, people were still talking. They were going around to say, you guys didn't pay yet, collecting the money.
So, and I'm getting a little confused here, only because the waitresses, as the police officers have said, were walking around with tablets. Were they closing accounts that people, or closing tabs, or were they taking
Yes,
orders?
no more orders at that time. We just taking the money from people who did not pay earlier.
At 4:15 in the morning, you finally were getting the accounts squared up.
Sometimes we stayed there to 5 because we have the bartender very slow to close and just.
I wasn't on the commission back when this commission, I guess, gave you a great chance to do this, but I just find the story contradicting. Where you're closing the accounts at 4:15, but they didn't drink after 2 o'clock. It takes
No, we did
2
not-
hours to do that.
They were still drinking, but we did not serve drink after that. We did not sell drinks after.
So the drinks that they were drinking at 4:15 in the morning were the drinks that they got served before you closed at 2 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
So they had them sitting there for 2 hours, and
We were just talking, sir. We weren't selling drink at that time. We were not selling drinks at that time.
I'll be honest, I'm still not following the whole story, but I'm tending to lead with the police officers, their report. You had to be serving drinks, is just what I'm saying, but I'm good, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Commissioner Mercia. Commissioner Krieger.
Yeah, I think that something I've picked up from watching too many British movies, but the bartender at the time says, "Time, please, gentlemen." You know, that's it. This should be etched in your mind that when it's time, it's time. Just.
All right.
That will not happen again. It will never
All
happen
right.
again.
Commissioner Howe?
So several of the commissioners have expressed disappointment. I don't have any disappointment. What I have is concern. I have concern for safety. And you've got 3:45 a.m. in the morning, and you have an employee saying, can you give the bar a break? So based on that, based on my concern and the dual violation, the violation of the same thing, I'm going to make a motion that suspension of license for 2 days, not to be held in abeyance, to be served on December 28th and December 29th.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Krieger. I will tell you that my tenure on this commission is coming to an end, and Commissioner Howe, it's 2 days. If I had to do it, I would have given you 5 days. Because when I say something 6 months ago and somebody basically lies to my face, I hold it against them, and that's what you did. But I'm going to vote for the 2 days and consider yourself lucky. Roll call.
Commission Chair Dakota.
Yes.
Commissioner Mercier.
Yes.
Commissioner Howe.
Yes.
Commissioner Krieger.
Yes.
Do you understand what the suspension is? So you will be giving up your license on the Captain Peasy. Can we make sure that the license is taken on the 27th, closing, or prior to?
I'll take care of that myself.
Okay, and
28th and 29th.
and you'll be suspended for the 28th and 29th. That's a Thursday and a Friday. All right, you'll still be open for business on Saturday, and then you'll still be open for New Year's Eve and New Year. So I wish you the best of luck, sir. I really do, and I hope this board doesn't see you again.
I promise you, we'll do everything to.
All right,
to clean
you have a
up.
good night.
Thank you.
Okay.
Communications from Gregory Hooden, Superintendent of Police, dated November 14th and 21st, 2023, regarding allegations of misconduct charged against Boston Tonight LLC doing business as Trend, 1519 to 25 Merrimack Street, Lawrence Criticos, License Manager, all alcoholic beverages restaurant licensee. Allegations of misconduct occurred on November 12th, 17th, and 18th, 2023, and include failure to post a cover charge and encouraging or allowing games that involve alcoholic beverages. It is requested that a violation hearing be held on December 28th, 2023 at 6 p.m.
we're going to kick that back another 2 weeks.
He said the 28th.
So we're going to go, you said December 28th?
He did.
All right, I'm sorry. So let's do that. On the floor by Commissioner Mercia, second by Commissioner Howe. Apologize. For December 28th. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Last item, request for a hearing for an application by Ambersea Incorporated doing business as Indian Pizzeria, Cow Prabjat, proposed license manager for an all-alcoholic beverages restaurant license for premises at 1717 Middlesex Street, Unit 3. It is requested that legal notice be published in the local newspaper and a public hearing to be held on December 14th, 2023 at 6 p.m.
Motion by Commissioner Mercia, second by...
Wait, I have a question.
Oh, go right ahead.
What is an Indian pizza?
We're going to find out on December 14th.
Okay.
Second by Commissioner Krieger. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion on the floor by Commissioner Krieger, seconded by Commissioner Mercia to adjourn. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed, the motion carries. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good night.